If you're watching this video, then you must really want to know more about business automations, what they mean, and what kind of automations can really help a business start to improve efficiency and scale. My name is Ray Daniel. I've been in IT for over 20 years. And in this video, what I really want to do is just simply help you understand some of the automation tools that are out there in the market right now, and which one do I personally think is the best one out there. And I'll give you many reasons why. Now, just to let you know, there's no, could be no selling in this particular video. I have no course, nothing like that I'm looking to offer you. This is just simply to allow you to help you to understand what some automations are and what automations that you may not even know you need yet. See, the problem with automations is whenever you get started using the ones that you know you need right now, but what you don't know is the things that you're going to need later on as you start running and scaling your business. Now, those automations could then make you change the automation platform or system that you're using in order to accommodate some of these new type of different features. Now, I'm trying to save you that. Now, what I'd like to do is just give you an idea of, again, some of the tools that are out there, some of the pros and cons for them, and just what are some of the automations that if you're running a business or if you're in a business where you need to maintain automations and try to, in a sense, automate as much stuff inside of your business as possible, then I'm going to give you a really great tool that you can look at. It's a complete software platform that I think is really going to help you out. So let's hop in and take a look. First thing I want to do is go over a few of the standard software companies out there that provide automations. Now, Zapier, if you've never heard of them, is one tool that you can use to automate things. But one of the things I want to help you understand is there's a difference between having multiple different software tools and trying to automate between them, which is a goal that I really think you should try to get rid of, to be honest. That is probably the worst platform that's out there, having 3, 4, 5, 6 different tools and then trying to connect them all. I'm going to show you a tool that has all of the things that you're going to need to run your business all inside of one platform, all making it very easy to log in and do this. But tools like Zapier, there's another one called Make, another one called, if you've heard this one, this is one of the biggest trends, N8N. This is an AI workflow automation where you can just simply say, hey, AI assistant, do this, and it'll go through and run a bunch of things. But the problem with each one of these systems, Zapier, Make, and N8N, the problem with all of these is that they are an automation platform that sits above some of the other software platforms that you're currently using, meaning you can't do anything inside of these platforms except connect other platforms together. So I'm just going to give you a minute to think about that. So if you're using, let's just say MailChimp for your email marketing or ActiveCampaign, and then you're using Calendly to connect you and do your calendars, and then you're using HubSpot for maybe a CRM type of a situation, or maybe you're using Zoho. All of these, again, are multiple different tools that, number one, have their own logins, number two, have their own subscriptions and costs, and number three, they don't talk to each other natively. So in order to connect Zoho with ActiveCampaign or Zoho with Calendly, it's not something that you can do natively. So you have to use one of these tools like Zapier, Make, or N8N to actually make a connection to that platform for you to do something. But can you help understand the more tools you have, the more complex your software system gets, and the harder it is to support. Me, I've been in IT for many years. Simpler is better when it comes to IT. The more simplified your software platform is, the more simplified your processes are, the more stable and easier they are to troubleshoot and to maintain. Now, again, I'm not going to go over all of these, but the pricing on all of these is not really the point. They're all relatively inexpensive. Some of them could be anywhere from $20 to $50 a month. But the whole point is not the pricing of the automation tool. It's what the tool can do for you. These tools, again, just simply connect your existing software systems together. So when something happens in your CRM system, like you add a new contact or the contact information changes or something like that, then you can go out and do something inside of another system like ActiveCampaign. So if something changes in your CRM system, then you can send a message and connect up to ActiveCampaign. That will in turn run and maybe email something or do something like that to notify somebody. But in order to do that, you have to have one of these software platforms working above here, and then all of your other Zoho and everything else, if you think of it's down here, you got to have some software connecting all of these things together. Now, again, that's very complicated, and I've seen small businesses build this type of setup because that's the only thing that they know. Small business needed a tool, so they went out and got that tool. Then they needed another tool, so they went out and got a software that did that tool. But the problem is now they need to start connecting them. That's where the complication comes in. When you start having multiple different tools, now you're paying $50 for this one, $100 for that one. You're paying another $75 for this one. And now you're getting all these charges on your credit cards, and you've got all these systems that, heaven forbid, if you ever had to bring employees on, or maybe even a virtual assistant, now this person has to log into 3, 4, 5 systems. And oh, by the way, those systems may require you to now pay more because now you're creating a new user that needs to log into their account. And right now, don't even bother trying to log into these systems with the security methods that they've got with SMS text notification and things like that. It's incredibly difficult to have one login where somebody's going to have to respond to a text message or give a code to a VA who works in a different time zone. Can you already understand by what I'm talking about just how complicated a simple 2, 3, or 4 software systems can be if you're trying to make these things work together? Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce you to a software platform that I have been personally using for over 4 years, and that's called Highlevel. Now, you can find it at GoHighLevel.com. Now, I'm not going to go over all of these. I just want to hit on some of the major points because, again, this is about automation. What automations can you expect? And I'm going to give you just a quick demo. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here. Notice that there is a 14-day free trial. I'm an affiliate for this particular software, and if you use the link in this video description, you will get a 30-day free trial and not the 14-day if you sign up using my link. And I'll give you a ton of other bonuses, and you even have me to coach you and help you on some of these automations. As a matter of fact, I have a lot of these automations already pre-built, so I can just give them to you, and you can just simply load them into your account whenever you get signed up. But this right here is just one of the things I really like to look at here on the site is all of these particular tools and features come inside of Highlevel. So you get CRM, pipeline management, or if you've ever heard of pipelines and things like that for sales, you can keep track of that. You get unlimited sales funnels, unlimited websites. What does that unlimited mean? It means you can have as many as you want. Most of these other websites other these software providers maybe give you one website, 2 websites, or 1 domain, 2 domains, 1 user, 2 users. The Highlevel platform never limits anything. Ever since they were started, once you have a subscription to this, and I'll show you what the costs are for that here, it's going to blow your mind, by the way. You have unlimited. There's unlimited contacts. You can create unlimited domains, unlimited websites. Again, it has surveys and forms, so it has a form builder. You can do email, text marketing through here. It has an integrated phone system. It has AI built into it. So if you want to have an AI answer the phone, respond to questions, book appointments, that's already included in this platform as well for the same cost. If you want to have calendars, book appointments, the automation piece, again, the automation is what really ties all of these pieces inside of the platform together so that whenever an event happens, and I'm going to show you what some of those events are here in just a minute, so hang in there with me. But whenever these events happen, then you can have the automation do something, whatever the process is that you want to do. If that's update the contact record, if that's want to notify your internal sales team, if you want to send an email out, if you want to have them join a particular course that you created, maybe you're going to give them access to a free course. The workflow can do all of that for you and save tons of time and completely automate the entire process. So again, some of the other great things I already mentioned, courses. So you get unlimited courses. If you already have courses that you're selling, you don't even need that software anymore. You can move all of your coursework into Highlevel, and then you could charge, you can give it away for free. You can do whatever it is you want, all under the same software subscription that you're paying once every month. You can have reputation management if you're doing Google reviews. You have communities. You even have document signing if you do that. So you don't need PandaDocs. You don't need a DocuSign. You don't need that kind of stuff if you just want to have contracts where you do custom document signatures. That is now built in a Highlevel. Now, how much does all of this stuff cost? Right here. You can start out at the very starter plan. So for most businesses, if you're looking to run your own business, $97 is all that you need. That plan right there is all you need to run everything. And all the tools that you just looked at are available for $97 a month. So just look at what you're currently paying. Look at Calendly. Look at how much you're paying for the user accounts. By the way, if you ever have a team inside of Highlevel, let's just say you have a team of 1 manager and 9 salespeople. I'm just throwing it out there. So that would be 10 users. On some plans, you'd have to pay for 10 users. Calendly, you'd have to pay for 9 different calendar accounts for users and all of the processes that go with that. You don't need to pay any of that. $97 a month is what you pay. You can create unlimited calendars for each of your salespeople. They can have their own booking calendar, their own account, their login access. They can synchronize that calendar with their own personal calendar if they want inside of Highlevel. All of those features are available. So anyway, now that we've gone through that and I've at least explained the tools, what I'd like to do is just quickly come over here and show you some of the automations that you should be looking for. Now, these are just a few of them here, but obviously if you're going to be doing any kind of lead generation, you're going to want to do forms. If you have a website, just think of a contact form, a contact us page. That form, what happens when somebody fills out that form and submits it? That's an automation. You can actually create and have an automation now. Inside of Highlevel, we call them workflows. So you might hear me say automations or workflows moving forward when we're talking about Highlevel, because that's really what they're called inside of the Highlevel platform. So whenever a form is submitted, this could be an automation that starts and performs a series of actions. And that's really what it does. And the thing about it is that as long as you want to keep extending that particular process, you can add more and more steps and processes to that workflow and automatically and still keep the same workflow running. You don't have to shut it down and do anything. You can edit it and build it on the fly. So again, if you think about forms, if you ever do Facebook and Google submissions, if you do ads and you have Facebook lead forms or Google lead forms, those forms are, again, the same type of way, a little bit different in Highlevel, but those forms can be submitted and connected in Highlevel so that whenever somebody submits a form on Facebook, boom, now a workflow triggers inside of Highlevel that performs a certain action. So you can automate any of your Facebook ads. And this isn't just for you, by the way. If you run a digital agency where you're servicing other clients, imagine having all of these automations available for every client. Now, here's the thing that's going to blow your mind even more. If you're a digital agency and you're servicing other clients, imagine making all of these automations once. And then every time you get a new customer, all of these pre-built automations can automatically be loaded in their account. How sweet would that be to not have to recreate these every time and have it done automatically on the sign up of whenever somebody signs up for your free course or they buy something from your funnel, you can have this done automatically. So that's awesome. Now, some other just cool things that it can do if you're doing social media, they can actually track if you get a comment on your post. So you can track, hey, did you get a comment? Then you can do something. More specifically, it's even gotten even better. You can now have keyword comments. So have you ever seen those ads where it's like, hey, if you want my free ebook, then just comment the word free to this post and I'll send it to you. That thing is available inside of Highlevel as well. No additional charges. Okay, other than the $97 that you got. Now, let me just stop right there. There are some usage fees. So if you're doing emails, if you're doing text messaging, if you're doing phone calls in and out, there are some smaller costs for that. But just to give you an idea, to send out 1,000 emails costs 67 cents on the platform. So there are small fees and charges, but that's because there's a third-party provider to Highlevel, Twilio, that actually sends these things. I just want to be completely upfront and transparent. The subscription plus some small usage fees, depending upon how much you use. So there. So you can determine if you're doing social media, keyword marketing, you can respond automatically and automate your entire campaign. By the way, I don't know if you know this or not, but social media, there's a posting tool called the Social Media Planner that Highlevel has built in. And this is a complete, if you've ever heard of Hootsuite or Buffer, that kind of posting tool, if you're using something like that and paying $150 a month to post your social media, you don't need to do that. You can pull all of that stuff into Highlevel. And here's the great thing about this. If you're running a digital agency, every one of your clients can get that same tool. These same tools are available for all of your clients. Now, please keep in mind, if you do want to bring on clients, you will not be able to use the $97. The $97 would be able to run your business and then 2 other clients. That's a limitation of the starter plan. You'd really want to upgrade to the higher plans, but even for $300 a month for what you're charging your customers is a complete bargain for this particular platform. So just wanted to say that. Now, if you're doing email marketing, not only can you determine if a person opens up an email, now you can determine if you ever put links, like maybe you have products, special events, features, those links that you put inside of an email. Now you can even track if somebody clicks on that link. So now you can look at how many people not only opened them, but interacted and actually clicked on that particular link. And now you can have a workflow fire that says, hey, let me do something here. So if they click on a particular product, maybe you add that particular person to a nurture sequence, meaning an email sequence that you're going to send them out if they're interested in that particular product or service to sell that to them more, as an example. So those are all available. If you have any changes to your CRM or contact record, so let's just say you add a tag to a CRM, you tag somebody as coming across or communicating, for instance, across social media. If you tag them, then you could do something then. If anything changes in their CRM record, or if there's any update, you can have a workflow fire to do something if you want to. Any sales that you have on your funnel website, if you sell something, as soon as the sale happens, boom, there is a workflow that can fire. Doesn't have to. It can fire. That can do something. Like if they're logging in to buy a course. So they're going to log in, buy your course for $9.97. Once they buy your course, the workflow fires, says, hey, I've got a new sale. The sale went through. I'm going to tag that person, a little tag on their CRM record that says, purchase this course, just so that you know who purchased it. Then you're going to give them access to the course. Then you're going to send them an email with a link to access the course. And all of that stuff can happen automatically. So this is how you can build a sales funnel, keep collecting money all the time, and completely automate the entire process. And you just get notified whenever something happens. So that's how cool this is. So any sale, if you do SMS marketing, we do SMS text marketing. If you're sending text messages out, whenever you get replies back from text messages, that could be another trigger that gets fired. Oh, and by the way, AI can handle all of those SMS messages, by the way, if you want to. Again, this is something that's very easy to go in and configure. Just turn on the AI services. You have to train it a little bit here. That's a whole other video. I'd have to show you how to do that. But it can respond to questions and answers depending upon your business. And then from that, you can even book appointments directly using the SMS and have AI do all of that for you. Pretty cool, right? So besides that, there's some other cooler things like video tracking. This is a nice feature inside of Highlevel where if you have a video, and let's just say it's a 20-minute video and somebody watches at least 5 minutes of it, then if they watch 5 minutes of it, then you can say, boom, this person is definitely interested. I'm going to go through and update their contact record and tag them or add them to a nurture sequence. Because if they watch 5 minutes of this like masterclass video or this sales video, then I know they're interested. Just as an example, if you're dealing with Google reviews, anytime you get a new review, you can have a workflow fire automatically and do something to it. You can even respond to the Google reviews inside of Highlevel automatically. Now, again, you can there's people that built whole entire digital agencies around Google review services and automating this feature inside of Highlevel, just using these features with Google reviews. That's it. Not including any of the other stuff I'm talking about here. And customers pay them a couple of $100 a month to just simply manage their Google reviews every single month. Now, besides that, there's standard like appointment status. Whenever you have an appointment, things like that, workflows can fire, automate, saying, hey, you got 24 hours to your appointment. Hey, there's 4 hours to your appointment. Hey, your appointment's in an hour. Hey, your appointment's in 5 minutes. Click get signed in to the Zoom link or something like that. Things like that. Or even if you have changes in your sales pipeline, if a lead moves from a lead to an appointment approved or appointment confirmed type of status, then you can have a workflow fire for stuff like that. So these are core automations that Highlevel has built in directly into the platform that you don't really need to do anything except configure it, or you can even use the new AI feature inside of Highlevel to automate building these workflows for you automatically. Now, hopefully you found this useful so far. If you have, give this video, leave me a comment just if this was really a good idea, if you learned something from here. But I really might like to make sure that when people understand automations, they get an idea, not just what they need right now, but what do you need a couple of months from now when you get customers? What happens whenever you need to bring on a virtual assistant to start doing things because now you're getting so busy? Does your existing platform allow you to scale without having to rebuild it? Because that's the last thing you want to do is change software platforms. When you reach a certain level, Highlevel can take you there automatically. It's got unlimited number of users, unlimited everything. Okay, so let me hop in and just give you a quick demo. This is what the software platform looks like, and I really just want to kind of give you this automations. Now, here's the automations inside of here on the menu option. If you look over to the left, there's an automation. There's a ton of stuff here. If you look, there's a place for AI, your websites, memberships is where all of your coursework is, media storage. This is like a big drive inside of your system where you can put all of your social media posts, all of your videos, any marketing that you do, anything that you want to have in there, you can store inside of the media storage, and it's unlimited storage. The only limit here is that there is a limit of, I think, of 5 gigabytes per file that you upload, and that's incredibly large. So here, if you take a look, notice that, let me scale back out here a little bit. So you can create a workflow. You can actually start using this. You can build it with AI. You can start from scratch. But for right now, what I wanted to just show you is just, again, if you just start from scratch, here is the basic builder. Now, if you wanted to, you can just simply use AI to do this, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But right now, there's something called a trigger inside of a workflow, triggers and actions. So a trigger is what starts the workflow, okay? And actions are the actual executable items that happen inside of the workflow. So there's two different things to it. So you do have to add a trigger if you want an automated piece to happen. So if you click on this add trigger, and I'm going to move myself out of the way here because I'm blocking. So right now, I'm just going to just show you. Here are some of the triggers. Form submitted, any of these contact reminders, any of the events that happen. So if you get an inbound call, there are webhooks in here if you're a little bit more complicated here, but any type of surveys that you happen, if you want to do surveys, video tracking, anything like that. And there's even quizzes in here, by the way. If you like to do quizzes, send out the surveys and quizzes to your customers to get feedback and things like that. All of that stuff is now integrated, and you can have triggers that says, hey, when somebody submits a quiz, then do these items. So very cool. Appointments, opportunities, affiliates. So these are all the things that are available just from the trigger side. Now, just to give you an idea here, when you click on this, these are the actions. This is the things that you can do with the automation. So here, and again, Highlevel has their own pre-built, and then Highlevel is integrating itself so that you can basically integrate this with other third-party providers and extend the capabilities of this, very similar to a Zapier or Make. If you do use a secondary system, like there are some people that use project management tools like ClickUp and Asana, things like that. So Highlevel is not a project management tool. That I will tell you. It is a workflow automation CRM sales and marketing platform, but it's not a project management tool. So a lot of people use a third party for project management to manage their projects. Well, you can actually integrate that in here as well if you'd like. But these are all the things that you can do inside of here. And I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit. But these are all there's just tons of stuff in here that you can do. Communication, you can send, you can do messenger requests, DMs back on social media. You can have live chat widgets on your website if you wanted to. A little widget says click here, ask a question. You can have a lot, that's all integrated with Highlevel too. That's not really necessarily dealing with automations. That's just another feature inside of Highlevel. But again, if you're looking to get signed up, you can even do a discovery call with me, and I can definitely help you understand the platform a little bit better. But this right here is really an all-in-one sales and marketing platform that can really allow you to do whatever it is that you're looking to get done. So hopefully that makes sense. And here's the one cool thing about this. If you did want to sit back and build using AI, I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit here. Notice that it's got a couple of things right off the bat. Let's just say you want to do lead nurturing, form automations. It's got a couple of them already here. I'm just going to simply do like form automation. And it pops in here a prompt already. When form is submitted, send SMS to lead, wait 5 minutes for a response. If no response, create call task. If they respond, add a tag. So that right there is like a pre-built one. If you wanted to, you can add more features in here. You could tell it what else you want it to do. But for right now, all you need to do is just do that. Click on this little button, and then Highlevel will sit back, and the AI agent is going to go out and start working on this. And it's going to say, let me parse through this. And this is actually integrated. Everything within Highlevel is ChatGPT based right now. But keep in mind, Highlevel is integrating with Claude. They're integrating with a lot of the other AI platforms and making those same AI systems available in case you want to switch the platform that you're using from ChatGPT to a different kind of platform. But right now, this thing does take a little bit to execute and get done. So this right here might run for a little bit, but ultimately what it is just creating this for you, and it's creating the framework. Now, hopefully what this is going to do is not going to be 100%, meaning it's not going to be ready to go right off the bat. You will need to come in and customize this, maybe change a few things, add what form you want to have added. Like, what do you want this thing trigger off of? You do have to add the form. But the cool thing about it is that these AI features that you have right here, notice that it says form submitted trigger. It comes down here and says, okay, send a lead. Then I'm going to wait. What happens if they reply? What happens if they time out? And this entire workflow was built for you just right there through AI. You go in and customize it, and you can have these automations completely built within just a few minutes, up and running. Now, keep in mind, there is one thing that you need to do. I want to show you this up here in the top right. Here, if you take a look, there's an auto save feature. You've got a sort of redo and undo. So if you make a mistake, you just simply click back, because all the stuff inside of Highlevel is versioned. So you can simply go back and really not mess up anything. If you do something weird, you can test the workflow. Click here and you can actually add a user from the CRM system, test the workflow to make sure that it works. Anything in draft mode is not available. To execute something, you actually have to click on publish and publish it. And then once it's published, then you can execute it and it becomes worthy. Now, obviously we got an error there because we needed to update some of the things inside of the workflow that has some blank fields, but hopefully that gives you enough to just to at least understand if Highlevel is going to be a good platform for maybe if you're currently using another software system to convert. By all means, send me an email. My email is on my channel for this. And if not, it's just ray@smb360.io. You can send me an email. I'd be happy to help you out here. My goal is just to help you understand whether Highlevel is going to be a good platform for you. It has been for me. I've actually run multiple businesses off of this. I actually started Highlevel with a real estate property management company that I actually had. I had about 4 different tools I was using, paying about $900 a month for those. Bought Highlevel and just saved hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month. It took me about a month and a half to migrate all of my stuff, my coursework, and some websites and some automations into Highlevel. But once I did, then everything was good and I started saving money, which in turn makes me more revenue. Keep in mind, 2 ways to increase revenue. You can just increase your sales or decrease your expenses. So anyway, hopefully you could do this. If you did find this useful, again, remember, please click the like button on this one. I'm looking to try to grow my channel a little bit more. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. Thanks so much for hanging in with me and have a great day. Bye-bye.